Welcome back to another week of One Comic Book a Day as we continue our series on Superman as we cover either Superman comic or an action comic story of Superman until we are done. I think I got that across. Sometimes it's hard to say. Today is Action Comic Books number 27, the Brentwood Rehabilitation Home, which actually sees almost functioning story structure. I mean, it's a fun story, kind of like the last issue, but it's not... All the issues of Superman haven't exactly been functioning. I've been kind of reviewing them or talking about them on like their own little merits. But as actual stories, they're not stories. They're essentially just Superman showing up and doing a couple series of things. There isn't really like rising action or falling tension or act breaks or anything you would expect to see in a story. Here we have nearly a story, and I actually think we're very close, and those seagulls are going to fall off very quickly. We're very close to how you should be structuring these Golden Age Superman stories in a way to make them interesting. Even the mob stories, and I'm probably going to do a video of this within the next week. I think it's possible to fix the major problems that were going on in the Superman comics by creating a certain kind of structure, or at least the problems I've been having with these early Golden Age Superman stories. But that's more of a talk for a later time. I'll get into it more as we get through the story. Lois and Clark are about to go on a date. They're not exactly dating. Dating seems like a strong word for what's happening between Lois and Clark right now. She seems to just kind of be using him to get like a nice dinner. She has like no interest in Clark. But they're going to be going out on dates a lot as we go further. That's generally a good excuse if they're not starting the comic out at the Daily Planet. They're not at the Daily Planet today because we need to change things up. They can't all start at the Daily Planet. Lois wants to give a donation to the Brentwood home. Clark warns her against it. He's heard rumors of the Brentwood home is actually using children for forced labor. I have a really big question here. If Clark has known this, or heard a rumor about this, why hasn't Clark, who is Superman, bright blue costume, red cape, Superman, gone and done anything about it? Like, at least research it. He has sensitive hearing and x-ray vision. He can look into this house and find out if they are mistreating children. But no, he's just kind of letting this happen. This happened the last time there was a home for children that was being abused. He wasn't particularly interested unless he got like a story out of it. Like, he doesn't seem to care. That's something we can fix. We can make Superman, care about saving people, especially if he knows something is happening. There's just a really big core problem with Superman right now. So they kind of make a bet. Instead of going on a date, they go to visit the Brentwood home. There they meet the Tweeds, who seem like a nice middle-aged to nearly elderly couple. Everything seems good. They don't really get a tour, but they get schmoozed by the Tweeds and they leave confident that the place isn't torturing kids. Then when the kids comes out, his name doesn't matter because he's only really here to explain that, yeah, they are mistreating the children. They take him out, he explains things. So Lois is going to investigate. Clark decides he doesn't want to break into the house and kind of leaves. We all know he's turning into Superman, but for some reason he's gone for 30 minutes. Okay. I mean, it allows what's about to happen, but like, why did it take him 30 minutes? It's a dumb thing to complain about. Lois and the kids sneak in. They're immediately captured by the Tweeds and put into cells that the Tweeds happen to have. So we have pretty good evidence that the Tweeds are up to no good because no rehabilitation home should have cells in them. Prison bars. This is when Clark returns as Superman, and outside the home is a dog, a guard dog by the name of Black Satan. Yeah, there's definitely some evidence adding up to the Tweeds are not good people. Superman defeats Black Satan by not killing him like the last guard dog that attacked him. But no, he sets Black Satan up in a tree. So, I still kind of feel bad for the poor dog, but at least he's not dead. Superman goes in, he frees Lois, he frees the kid. That's when the Tweeds show up, and this is where the comic really becomes fun, because half of this comic was essentially them setting up what the threat was. Good structure, and at a halfway point he becomes Superman and he's going to deal with the threat. And part of dealing with the threat, a threat that really cannot hurt him, is we're going to have a lot of fun with him with the threat. The comic is fun. If he's having fun, we're having fun. And he's going to be very quippy. I don't understand why Superman, when he's still being written by Siegel, will go like an issue without making a single quip to an issue where he's nothing but quips, which is what he is here. So Superman confronts Mr. Tweed. They end up into like the metal refinery that this home has. Okay, so for a metal refinery, they probably have some smokestacks or something to let out all the heat and smoke when they're making things, which would be pretty big clue that something's not right here at the home if you can see like stacks of smoke coming out. I'm just saying, anybody who is doing any sort of investigation and looked at this home should know something wasn't right. Mr. Tweed tries several things against Superman, and none of them are just shooting him. He first tries a hot poker, which Superman bites and eats, and makes a comment about how much he enjoyed it. The second thing he tries is taking an anvil, which is suspended from the ceiling. Seems a dangerous way to store your anvils. Pull it back and use it as a pendulum swing right at Superman. It hits Superman right in his teeth, and he says, "Thank you for picking my teeth." This is ridiculous, and I love it. Tweed's last resort is to set the refinery on fire. This does distract Superman well enough for them to capture Lois again. He shows back up and they have Lois in a saw, kind of like how the Ultra Humanite had him in the first issue of the Ultra Humanite. And they threaten to kill her unless they go free. Unfortunately for them, or luckily for Lois, Superman has super speed they don't understand or know about, and he just puts his hand in front of the saw before her head touches it, and the saw shatters. As we already know, saws shatter at his touch from the Ultra Humanite story. With them essentially capturing the children free, Superman takes them over to the police station and does what he usually does in these situations. He threatens them until they turn themselves in. And they do that. We are told that there is a new superintendent of the home who is kind and genteel. I'm sure they've looked into it. Probably not, because Superman doesn't seem to look into things unless he can get something out of it. And that is Action Comic Books number 27. It's a lot of fun, but there is a structure there. Like, it's nearly there. I feel like if they had spent half that comic, instead of, like, building up to the investigation, having the investigation, building up how bad the Tweeds are, we would have had something. But we're getting so much closer, and I'll talk about this at a later time. But it's nice to have a Superman story that is, you know, an actual story. Not just him doing things. And that is it for Action Comics number 27, The Brentwood Rehabilitation Home. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday. Friday is now Bat Fridays, where I cover either a Batman or Detective Comic story featuring Batman. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? Also, why can no one figure out that this home that had a metal refinery in it was mistreating children? Bye!